It's 3 o'clock in the morning and I'm here to ask you a question. Have you ever felt like you're stuck in the past and no matter how hard you try, you just can't seem to be moving forward? You're watching all of these people around you living their dream life while you hold on to things and people you have completely no power over. I've been there too. The more time I spend around certain people with wrong mindset, the more drained and lost I felt. It was this part in my life when it was hard for me to even get out of bed, make myself something to eat or drink. I was hopeless. I felt like I had no purpose in this life. The people I hold on to often left me feeling empty and unworthy and completely disconnected from who I really was and who I wanted to become. I found myself in this emotional black hole with no way out. I believe that many of you relate with a feeling of just existing, not really living. This is not another just cut people off, move on and be happy type of advice. I'm here to share my own story because I know there's more people like me struggling on a daily basis and they don't know how to change it. I want to share with you how I let toxic people in my life without even knowing and how these people, including my own family, impacted my mental health. And then the painful transformation I had to go through to finally reclaim my powers back. I knew that if I wanted to have that comfort in life, I had to get uncomfortable. Hi, I'm Kate, and I want you to know that you're not alone and you never will be, because guess what? You have the most powerful person by your side, and it's not me, it's you. And that's more powerful than you probably realize right now. But are you stuck in the past or with this person you just can't detach from? Believe me, there's still time to save yourself and break free from whatever holds you back and start becoming a person, better version of you that you always wanted to be. But remember one thing, you can't attract better things in your life until you're completely willing to let go of what you hold on to make place for these better things to come in your life. The moment I choose myself over the things and people I had completely no power over, I watched my entire life changing. My thoughts went from perhaps one day things get better to what the hell did it take me so long to finally choose myself? If you are someone who's surrounded with love and support you truly deserve, I'm genuinely happy for you. But this video might not be for you. But if you're someone who deep down desires to change something, even the smallest part of you knows that something needs to be changed, do not wait for someone to come and save you, because there's no one coming. And let me tell you what, people won't just change because you want them to or just because you love them. I came from a toxic and abusive background, and my fear of abandonment and rejection used to control me. It took me years to finally realize that when I truly wanted to change something in my life, I had to let go of everything and everyone would hold me back, even though the idea of letting go felt so uncomfortable, so unbearable. The pain I knew felt safer than the unknown. And the truth was, deep inside, I was convinced that I was no one without these people around me. And I would hurt someone if I walked away. What I didn't realize, I was only hurting myself by choosing to stay. You don't own people and you don't owe them either. You've been blessed with having right to choose what life you want to live and who you want to live your life with. Your choices will navigate you either right way or they will make your life harder to live. No matter what direction you choose to go, remember, don't let people manipulate your future just because you're scared to move on without them. Every time you feel stuck, just take a break and ask yourself, how this person makes me feel about myself? Does this person fills me up or leaves me empty? Do I feel understand or left in doubt every single time I spend time with this person? Remember, no one in the world should ever make you doubt yourself, your own worth, leave you empty or in doubt. Because believe me when I say there's a ton of people out there to fill you up with positive energy, with support that you truly deserve. What are you waiting for? Tell me what's your excuse. You don't walk away from things and people whether you can't change them. You walk away because of you. Because if there's one thing in the world you can change, it's who you choose to be. Many times you don't even realize you've been manipulated emotionally, mentally, spiritually by people who you love the most. Then you don't even notice that you constantly live your life in survival mode. You constantly live your life on the edge in these people's presence. Let's talk about toxic people you might be dealing with. I encounter two facets of the toxic people in my life. You might not even recognize them at the first time because it takes a little bit of time to reveal the true faces. Phase one, the overprotective manipulators. These people will just love bomb you. They will shower you with affection, care, attention. To that point, you start believing you can't live without them. They have their ways to make you feel like no one ever in your life will love you or care for you like they do. They will wrap their love around your neck until you just can't breathe without them. Now, don't go crazy thinking that everyone around you is the same kind. You will know these people when you notice they always want something in return. What makes you dependent on them? Phase two, the emotionally absent. These people, on the contrary, act like you never existed. Their careless and coldless attitude is so addictive that you ended up trying to prove your worth. You are constantly chasing their approval. Then when you show them your worth, they pull away until you convince yourself that their love needs to be earned. If for any reason you decide to leave this person, they will give you a little taste of love so you feel loved again. But don't get confused, because once they realize they want you back, you will receive the same cold attitude over again. Now let's go even deeper. This is what I learned about toxic people. Slow identity killers. Have you ever noticed how much you can change around someone? I was in a committed relationship until I found out I was cheated on. I was devastated, asking myself, how could he do that to me when I loved him so much? Unfortunately, this guy took advantage of the situation and used my forgiveness as my weakness and blamed it all on me. He became a victim in our story. Over the time, I started believing that what he did was actually my fault because I pushed him into it. I felt so much anger. I felt ugly inside and out. My self-esteem went down to zero, even though I used to be a very confident person. These really affected my well-being for so many years. I used to suffer severe depression, even though I didn't know depression was a thing. But still, I don't blame him. I do only blame myself for not leaving earlier. Toxic people avoid taking responsibilities for their actions at any cost. They will literally feed on your insecurities, which allows them to take all your power and use it to control you. And only you can control how much power they have. It's your responsibility to protect your own power. If you don't choose yourself and protect your own power, then who will? This doesn't only apply to relationships. This can be a member of your family. This can be your work colleague. It can be your boss who's trying to control you. It doesn't matter who is it. What matters the most is that you're the only one who can draw a line and walk away. The moment I started to question reasons to stay in this relationship, I literally realized that there were more reasons to walk away than the reasons to stay. But I was afraid of letting go so much that I'd rather choose to stay and get humiliated. And there's these people whose words just don't match their actions. We all hear from our loved ones how much they care for us, how much they love us, right? But you never ask yourself, do they really mean what they say? Why people saying they love you when they're unfaithful? Why people saying they care for you when they're disrespectful? They say they will be there in good and bad, but they never show up when you need them the most. Have you ever wondered why people make promises but never keep them? These people are testing you on your boundaries. They want to see how much you allow them to push your boundaries to get whatever they want from you. And then they're testing you how much you're actually willing to give them. Think of it this way. If all what a person has to say or do is what you want them to say or do, in return for your body, your mind, your love, then how can you expect unconditional love and respect? If all what it takes just to say the right thing. I used to do the same mistake in a relationship with the father of my daughter. I was expecting love and respect because my ego was telling me that I was a mother of his child. What I didn't realize was I never meant to have it. I was only the one who was pouring in and who was maintaining our relationship. Why would he be doing any hard work when I was doing it for him? I never wanted anything in return. Every relationship should be balanced. You bring in, I bring in. You can't constantly pour your energy into people and expecting magic happen. At some point, you will feel overwhelmed. You will feel used, overworked, which is far away from what we're all aiming for, being happy. You have to set your boundaries. Don't let people to cross them. If people don't respect your boundaries, walk away. You didn't come in this world to please or change anyone. If people have no respect to you, why have them in your life? I was trying to change a person for so many years, thinking that I was actually saving my relationship. I was lying to myself, thinking I wouldn't be able to move forward without him. But the truth is that the moment I finally decided to let go and start my life over, I was relieved. Even though I knew it was going to be quite a challenge being a single mother, but I wasn't alone. I had my daughter by my side. I did take that risk. Why wouldn't you? Remember, you are stronger than you believe you are. If someone's words just don't align with their actions. Manipulation. These people definitely know how to play the game to get whatever they want in life. Do you remember talking to someone and then sometime later or even days later, you remembered they said something or they promised something, and then you start questioning this person, but the person make you feel uncomfortable and make you feel like you were the only crazy one in the room. No, love, you're not the crazy one in the room. Manipulative behavior often includes gaslighting, blaming, denying, threats, and the list goes on. If you're not sure if you're being manipulated, call the person out. But remember, you have to pay close attention to their actions. I dated this guy. It was caring. I was receiving all these princess treatment from him. Presents, dinners out, trips out the city, home delivered flowers, chocolates, followed up with messages and phone calls every single time. We didn't spend the time together, but it didn't take him long to reveal who he really was. He started isolating me, forcing me to choose between him or my friend. I wasn't allowed to go anywhere without him being suspicious. He would literally leave to work like 2-3 hours earlier just to drive over to my place to see if I wasn't spending a night with someone else. Every time I went out without him, he would bomb me with phone calls, messages, insinuating I was cheating on him, no matter where I was. I could be at work having this important meeting with my boss, and he would be still convinced that I was cheating on him. All of these accusations made me feel so uncomfortable because I knew I wasn't doing anything wrong. Picture this. You are in a shop doing a grocery shopping, picking up these juicy strawberries for your breakfast. And then you receive these phone call and your partner is actually saying, you're not picking up juicy fruit for your breakfast. You with someone else, somewhere else cheated on him. You know where I'm coming from. Then he spent hours, even a day, apologizing for all of his accusations and insults he made towards me. I used to make these excuses for him. Deep down, he was a good person. And he was only doing this to protect me and to show me how much he loved me. I just realized how silly that sounds. Every time he realized he got away with it, he did it again. He never meant to stop. I was too comfortable to let go of everything. It wasn't even emotionally valuable to me because instead of having all this comfort and pleasure, I was constantly left feeling uncomfortable. These people will only push you as far as you allow them. Understand you're not weak, even though they make you feel that way, because now they know all your soft spots. And every time they do you wrong, they will be back for forgiveness because you learn them. If they pushed your soft spot, you will be willing to forgive them anyway. You will find yourself in this shithole making excuses for the people they do you wrong. You don't even realize how much energy, how much time you would save yourself if you spotted these toxic patterns early enough and found the strength to say enough is enough. All you need to do is stand up for yourself. Find the strength within you and prove them the healthy otherwise that you're not weak. And trust me, if you find this strength, you will be the one standing out of the shithole, laughing at them, how stupid they look, drowning in their own shit, begging in you for forgiveness. And those are people I call always takers, never givers. These people always find a way how to drain you until the very last drop and just never refill you back. I really used to think that I could save everyone and make the world a better place to live. Unfortunately, what I didn't realize was that it actually takes more than one person to make this happen. I thought that helping as many people as possible was just the right thing to do, even though I was dealing with my own shit and I didn't know how to help myself. But helping people made me so happy, and I would use it as a distraction and run away from my own problems. I was out there for everyone else but myself, because at the end I was a good person and everyone would like me, right? I thought if I was always available for everyone, people would see me for who I was and they would be there for me too. But what happened instead? I taught people they can get anything what they want from, and I would never ask for anything in return. I felt drained. I felt used. I felt forgotten. As soon as I was no longer useful to them, we always want to be here for the people we love. But what we are missing out on is ourselves. People come in our lives and they go. Every person that comes in your life plays a different role. Some people coming into your life to teach you lessons. Some people come and go. And some people are meant to stay. If someone isn't meant to stay in your life, don't force it. Let them walk away. I promise you, soon or later, they will be replaced with someone who is actually meant to stay in your life. We can't save everyone. Some people can't be saved from whatever is waiting out there for them. Perhaps they need to teach their lessons. You have to realize you still can be a good person. You can be here for the others, but make sure you're receiving the same energy from people you pour in your energy into. Many of you probably thinking, but this makes me selfish. No, you're not selfish for wanting someone to love you the same way you do love them. You're not selfish for wanting someone to care for you the same way you do care for them. You just setting healthy boundaries for yourself. Believe me when I say takers don't have any. A toxic family is like a poison in your veins. Now I want to deep dive into something that was quite painful for me back when I was a child. I've noticed by observing people around me, we often don't realize that your family that can be toxic to you. Many of us has been raised with the understanding of a family as a strong foundation. And we do believe that the family is the most important aspect of our life. But no one taught us what to do if your family does you more harm than good. Should you still put your family over anything else? I always hear the judging tone of people saying, but she's your mother, but he's your father. Let me explain. I grew up in a toxic and abusive family. I was surrounded by drama, physical and verbal abuse. My parents divorced when I was around 8 years old. I was raised to believe that I should hate and hold grudges against everyone who ever hurt me. Constant humiliation, isolating, criticism, gaslighting. I was blamed for things I never done. You name it. And if I tried to explain myself, no one would even care about my feelings, not alone the opinion. I felt like nothing what I ever done was just good enough. I felt suffocated just being around my family, around my own mother. The only time I felt really relieved was the time when I was spending outside the house. When I finally turned 17, I was kicked out on the street. I felt abandoned by my own mother. And it was really hard for me to trust the other people. After all these years, I finally realized the real family, the loving family, doesn't always have to be the blood one. I consider myself lucky. I was forced to leave the house at that young age. I'm grateful because I learned the model, the example of a mother I would never want to be to my daughter. I would probably never realize how toxic my family was and what an impact it had on my mental health. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't hold grudges. I don't hate anyone. What I'm trying to say is you don't have to cut everyone out of your life or abandon everyone who ever hurt you. You can still love your friends and family if you choose to, but do it from afar. Communicate your boundaries. Distance yourself from drama and the bad emotions as much as even possible. You'll feel the real power of letting go in forgiveness. Only if you find the strength to forgive, then you can truly walk away. What I did, and it worked for me, was I took all the pain and suffer and I used it to create something even stronger than I thought it was possible. Now, let's be honest with yourself. If you were holding a grudges, felt negative emotions, hate instead of forgiveness, would you be able to create the happy life, the life you truly deserve? If you ever struggle to let go, don't force it. You don't have to let go of everything at once. It's enough for now that you realize that you can't control the things and people in your life. Remember this. If something bad leaves your life, there's a better things about to come in your life. Have you ever noticed that almost every time you just let go of something bad in your life, and then the things or people are just somehow finding a way back to your life like a boomerang? This is not a sign from the God. This is not a blessing. It's just life trying to find out if you're stupid enough to let that person back in your life. So be really careful with your choices. I do believe that I somehow had to suffer this pain to share the message with anyone who needs to hear this, not because I think you weak. It's just because I do believe that you haven't found the strength within you to break the cycle of pain and find your own happiness. I truly hope that this video will help you realize that there's a way out, no matter what holds you back, and help you to take a step closer to your happy you. My message won't stop with this video. I feel like I've got a lot more to share with you. I'm here to support you whenever you need me. You can drop me a message down in a comment and see you next video.